Exploration versus exploitation. That's an idea that I came across when I was studying reinforcement learning, which is machine learning, which is AI if you really don't know. But it's a really good idea, not only for whatever that AI shit, but even for life. Like if you don't explore, okay, if you find something and just exploit that one thing every time, you'll never know what is possible. But if you explore a lot, then you'll not get to know the full potential of something. I think it's a balance in machine learning. That's a problem. Like in AI reinforcement learning, that's a problem. Balancing between exploitation and exploration. I think that's the same for life. Like if you don't exploit something, you never know the full potential. Like for me, I tried comedy. I'm trying comedy. If I don't exploit, if I don't exploit it, I'll never know what potential does doing comedy in English in Kenya or trying to do it. Yeah, what potential is in that? Yeah, but if I stick with that and just exploit that one, I'll never know what trying machine learning or AI in Kenya will do. So it's a balance between the two. If you explore too much, then you'll not know the potential. If you don't explore, then you'll not know what else, the possibilities, what else. Maybe this other thing is that has the most impact. If you, yeah, I think the I don't. It's just a crazy idea. I came across it when I was studying AI shit, but it's kind of crazy idea. Even applying it in life, because if you don't balance between the two, then you not progress. There will be no progress. Yeah, just some idea to think about. I don't know if you find that is interesting, but I do find that idea interesting. If you don't explore, you not know the possibilities. And that's the thing. That's the reason. I started listening to the Joe Rogan podcast. It allowed me to find it. Maybe I don't know. How do you know what you're interested in if you don't explore? And I think the best way to explore is something like that, like a podcast, Joe Rogan podcast, because it brings a lot of people, yeah, from different comedians, journalists, fighters, yeah. I never knew I was interested in UFC. How do you know you're in? Like, uh, Now I'm interested in UFC. I've never got interested in that if it wasn't for a friend of mine back in high school told me, and then Joe Rogan podcast. If it wasn't for those two, I'll have never got interested in UFC. Um, so it's kind of good listen to such kind of podcast, because there's so many people going there, like fighters, philosophers. You never know what you're interested in if you just stick to the things that you know. And that brings the idea of knowing a lot, knowing a little of a lot, but you gotta exploit something, because if you don't exploit, you'll never know the full potential of something. You just know it exists. I think that is one of the problems I had. I knew a lot, I knew a little about a lot, and that most of the time doesn't help you, because unless you become a philosopher, unless you become a comedian, that will help. But if you wanna do something impactful, do something great in something, you'll have to explore. Yeah, you'll have to do something and really try to make something out of it, and then explore. Yeah. So I hope that is an idea to think about, exploration versus exploitation. There are some of the things that make me think, sit down and think about it. I started playing basketball, I explored. I started with football. For me, I think I've been applying that principle in my life. Not applying it, I've not been applying it, because I started with football. Tried that, did a couple skills, yeah, but I was not good at that. I was not athletic. I was like a lazy motherfucker. I'm a lazy motherfucker, in terms of playing. So I dumped that. I went to basketball. Really tried that. I put my energy into that. But I haven't been playing that much of late, because I don't have access to a court or something, whatever. Some issues, excuses. But I haven't been. But I know if I could have exploited that, I could have been something. maybe could have gotten a scholarship or a chance to do something, but then I did not do that. Then UFC is just for watching, just enjoyment. Like I don't really want to be a fighter. I can try practicing karate, whatever those things, but I really don't want to fight for money or professionally. But it's also I don't understand. Like if you explore a lot, you become a jack of all trades. Yeah. If you don't, you become just good at one thing, which is good, but maybe you could apply that brain into something else. And so that's it. Like exploration versus exploitation. Think about that.